Hi everyone, welcome to this video where we're going to be discussing the terminology below market value. Now if you're new here, my name is Josh Harrison and this channel is all about documenting our own property investing journey, but also trying to offer hints and tips to those who might be interested in getting involved too. And so if that is you or you know someone who that might apply to, then please feel free to share it, but also feel free to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss any of the free content, and also let us know you like this video by hitting the thumbs up button. That would really be helpful to us if you don't mind. So, below market value. Now, I don't normally sort of jump up on this, but I think it's really important, particularly in the context of just come off a phone call or a Zoom chat where below market value was discussed. And here's the challenge as I see it as a real life property entrepreneur, and why BMV I think is lacking. Now, there's two things I'd like you to understand. One, the reality of BMV exists. As a concept, it exists undoubtedly. However, we have the terminology BMV, which stands for below market value, which does not describe that reality. So you have a correct real world concept, but the terminology does not correctly illustrate it. And let's see if you agree. And if you don't or you do, let us know in the comments. Here's the thing. Let's give you an example. There's a £100,000 house. No, there's an £80,000 house. It's on the market for £80,000. You know that potentially it's going to be worth £100,000 if you do a refurbishment. You put an offer in and you're able to secure that property for £50,000. Now, what would normally happen in terms of below market value is you would say, well, the house is going to be worth 100. I have purchased it at 50. Therefore, I have purchased that house at 50% below market value because it's half or 50% of the £100,000. But let me tell you, here's the challenge. Because as soon as you have an agreement with a seller and you meet at a figure, £50,000, that is the market value. You are the market. You can't be buying a property below market value when you have given the value you think it's worth. It's only worth what someone's willing to pay for it. That's the value. So actually, in real terms, the property in this case is worth, its market value is £50,000 at point of purchase. And that's a really interesting detail and critical really. At point of purchase, it is worth £50,000. But what about this idea of it being worth £100,000 following a refurbishment? And here's the thing. That's its potential market value. Its potential market value is £100,000. So if you have a house on for 80, you've agreed to buy it at £50,000 and its potential is £100,000, then you have really purchased it at 50% below potential market value, not 50% below market value. You have purchased it at market value, which happens to be 50% below the potential market value. And that's my take because I've heard it quite a lot recently and I have to unpick it because what normally happens, people who are new to investing hear BMV, 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 and they don't really know what it means because they have come across the terminology, the label for a real world concept, but they don't have the real world concept. So they're then struggling with how does BMV work? Well, let me explain the real world concept and let's give a better, more accurate label to describe the real world example, which I've just done on a phone call. Hope you found it interesting. That's my thoughts on BMV. If you agree, disagree, or somewhere else in between, feel free to share your comments. Please, love to hear from you. As always, thank you so much for your support. We tremendously appreciate it. My name is Josh Harrison. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.